Hello, lovely soul, and welcome to this week's angel message and card interpretation. The deck that we are using this week has been created by Deborah Black, and it's the Everyday Witch Oracle. And the card that we have been asked to consider is this one, Go with the Flow, which is incidentally the card that is pictured on the front cover of the deck. Go with the flow. My question for you today would be, is there something in one area or maybe more areas of your life? Is there an obstacle that you have been desperately trying to get over or get around? Have you maybe been fighting or resisting whatever it is that seems to be standing in your path? Perhaps you feel it's too big to get over, to climb over. Perhaps you feel it's too wide to go around. And you are struggling to get past it, and you are resisting it, and you are fighting it. The angels are saying it's time to go with the flow, to release all that you are wanting to fight, to just let life take its course and see what happens. This card, there's so much color in this card, but the colors are all blue and green. To create a card out of two colors is really something quite clever. We have the green, which is the color of healing. We have light blue, which is the color of harmony, and dark blue, which is the color for me of strength. Whenever you go with the flow, you're no longer fighting. You're no longer having sleepless nights over this challenge that has been placed in your path. You're no longer biting at the people around you because you're feeling so frustrated and uptight. It brings a lovely healing with it, because when you go with the flow, you have to let go of the oar you have been using in your boat. An oar that if perhaps you come up against an obstacle, you can paddle your way away from the obstacle. No, you're letting the oar float away. You're no longer relying on it, and that requires such trust in life, such faith that life will guide you where you need to be guided. And when you have trust and faith, it will bring great healing, because you're no longer trying to swim upstream. You're no longer exerting too much energy on something that's really not benefiting you. And therefore your life can become a lot healthier. Again, light blue, harmony. When you go with the flow, you're not fighting things. You're trusting, you're having faith. It brings better harmony to your life. And blue, the color of strength for me, or dark blue, the color of strength. It takes strength and courage to just let go, to just believe that life will sort out for you, that the obstacle that's standing in your way is there for your benefit. Is there for you to learn, is there for you to grow. It's not something that has been placed there despite of you to try and prove that you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough. It's not there to encourage you to fight it. You want to go with the flow. You want to, if there is an obstacle in your path, you want to accept that obstacle and just trust that life will show you a way over or around that obstacle. There are two symbols that I want to pull out in this card. They're both plants. I want to pull out the symbol of the willow tree and then the symbol of the reeds as well. If you think of a willow tree is, you can see it here in the card, it's just hanging there. It's a very flexible tree. It can be bent, the branches of it can be bent in numerous ways without ever breaking. It's so incredibly flexible. And if you're going with the flow, one of the things that you need to have in your life is flexibility. You need to be flexible. You need to be ready that if the obstacle is stopping you moving forward, when you go with the flow, you find another way around. You maybe have to step back a little bit, retrace your steps a couple of times and find another route round. But that's you being flexible, being stubborn, being pig-headed. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to bring more obstacles in your path. And those obstacles are going to start piling up and piling up. So you want to have a bit of flexibility. You want to be able to move and bend and twist and just let life carry you through, trusting that you will find the solution you need whenever you go with the flow. We have reeds as well. If you think about the reed, it's been around for centuries. It's been used for centuries, even since the Egyptians. It's been used in so many ways. Anything from thatching a roof, that if it's a really good thatch, it will last for possibly decades, to insulating a house, to even creating a whistle or a flute that you can play music on. It has so many purposes. And what's that saying to us about our life? Well, you're not just here for one purpose. Don't set your eyes and your goals and your focus on only one thing. Yes, it's good to do one thing at a time and complete a goal before you move on to the next. But remember, you are here for so much more. So when something gets in your way, when there's a stumbling block in your way, remember, I'm here for so much more. So maybe this obstacle is stopping me moving forward because it's not yet my time to move in that direction. And when you go with the flow of life, life may guide you in a different direction. So you fulfill another purpose of your life first, before you come back to where the obstacle is, and it may no longer be there anymore. Final thing I want to pick up on this card is the face of the witch and the face of the cat. When you go with the flow, it's almost like such a sense of relief. She looks so peaceful and happy in this card. She's not fighting, she's not struggling, she's not looking exhausted because of sleepless nights. She's accepted life. She's trusting that the universe has her back, and she's going with the flow. And almost like there's a weight has come off her shoulders. There's a happiness in her face. And there's a happiness in the cat's face as well. Think about it. Loved ones around you, close friends, whoever may be around you, whenever you're going through this battle with an obstacle that's in your path, you could be fighting this obstacle so hard that you maybe forget about your friends and family because you're so focused on trying to get past this obstacle. At the same time, maybe because of sleepless nights, you might be biting people's noses off, you might be irritable, you might be nitpicky, and those around you aren't enjoying life whenever you are in such a bad way. So again, going with the flow not only helps yourself, makes your life easier and happier, it makes the life of those around you easier and happier too. So the angels are saying it is good to be tested in life. It is good to come across obstacles because there's something for us to learn from. But if there's an obstacle that's standing in your way, you also need to bear in mind that sometimes you need to be a little bit more flexible. You need to go with the flow and maybe change direction, even if you have to retrace your steps a little bit. It's not a problem. That you have more than one purpose to your life. And focusing on one task that you're not getting anywhere with is not doing you any good at all. Turn your attention to something else that you can work through easier, that will make your life easier and happier, and those around you too.